I'm putting my phone on vibrate this time, so there's no interruptions. What's good, everyone? It's MJO23Dan back with another video. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, MJO23Dan. I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find out all the details in the description box below. Now let's check out this video. Alright, so today's pickup, I have the Tinker 3s. Now, I'm glad I waited on this one. These were selling, man, since these released like in late March, I want to say that they were being resold for about $400, maybe even up to like $450 on the high scale. I've been monitoring StockX for quite some time, and just noticing those prices just like dip, and then dip, and then
the butterfly, that's old, let me see the Tootsie Roll.
So like the point where it was like a week ago, they were going for around like $290, $295-ish on StockX. And then people started dropping the prices. So at this lowest right now, I believe it's around $245-ish. Still a good price, you know what I mean? Like it's $200 retail. There were no opportunities to be able to grab this pair with rewards, which kind of sucks because Foot Locker, like a lot of the foot sites, the foot stores, they are not allowing rewards on these shoes, which sucks. Like on the Quick Strikes, which you know is always been the case, and now they've added 11s and Yeezys. So if you guys are gonna try and cop the prom night 11s, it's not gonna happen. So that's out the door. What I feel about rewards is that you earn them, you should be able to use them. There should be no restrictions whatsoever. Do you guys agree? So you might see that pair already up there. These are all my, here we go. These are all my pickups already for 2018. All right. And usually at this time, I would be way more pairs than I did like last year and the previous year. So I don't know what it is. Like I'm starting to pick it up now. Jordan Brand is actually starting to pick up on like their releases, and they're going hard. They're doing like great. If you guys are talking about like Jordan Brand is dead, Nike is dead, they are not. They are putting out some like to the point where like I completely ignored this list that I have, you know. And to be honest with you, I need to like redo this. There's like a few things that I want to eliminate, maybe some that I want to add, but like you can't deny the releases have just been great. So I mean, without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what my take is on the Tinker 3s and what it's all about. Said to be an original sketch by Tinker Hatfield, the mastermind behind the Air Jordan 3, and the person I think is solely responsible for Michael Jordan to not walk away from Nike. He was not happy with the models 1 and 2. He wanted a totally new shoe, and Tinker Hatfield was that person to bring it. So upon early sketches, you see that Tinker Hatfield is creating the silhouette of the Air Jordan 3. So this shoe pretty much is what that drawing is all about. It's all what it represents. And to be honest with you, it's a dope shoe. It's a really dope shoe. I like really love it. To the point where I had to get like 2 pairs. Yes, 2 pairs. But anyways, as legend goes, just at the last minute, Tinker Hatfield decided to remove the swoosh from the side of the shoe. Thus, just showing what Michael Jordan was all about is that Jumpman symbol. Now, henceforth, we do have Nike Air on the back, and that's a great addition because we want to be able to show what the type of tech is in this shoe. So that's why we have Nike Air on the back of the Air Jordan 3s. And to be honest with you guys, Nike Air on the back is just something that's great. I love seeing that. It just fills out the tab just as so, while at the same time explaining what exactly is in the shoe, Nike Air, and at the same time, branding for Michael Jordan, his Jumpman logo.
Had enough?
Now, a lot of people don't like this shoe, you know, for some of the reasons, the swoosh. A lot of people know that the Jordan 3 is swooshless, of course, but as Tinker had said, the swoosh is something that, you know, could have been on the side of the shoe. I don't think it could have been on the Jordan 4 because of the netting itself. It could have been like an, you know, like an imprinted swoosh in there inside the netting, but I don't think it would have looked great at all. This, I think, is, you know, just right there. It's just there's like, I have no words for it, you know what I mean?
I like it a lot.
And at the same time, you see in the early sketches the Nike at the medial side of the shoe. Personally, I don't mind it. I do like that the swoosh is only on the lateral side of the shoe and not on the medial side. It would have been cool if we did see like a swoosh on this side as well. Maybe a customizer will do that, maybe not. But it's just everything about this shoe I love. Like the quality of the leather, if you guys do not have your pairs already, it's so good. It's so good. Now, just in comparison, you'll see this is the Fire Red 3 from 2007. So it's pretty much got like that darker color of the elephant print there, just like it is on the Tinker 3s, but you'll see the difference there. The Tinker 3s are actually darker. The reds, not the same. I actually wanted to ask you guys about the grays on the tongue. So, you know, people do like the Fire Red 3. I think it's a classic colorway. It's something that Michael Jordan did actually wear in his season with the Bulls. But see how they did like the gray right here by the eyelets and also on the tongue itself. If they had put this on the Tinker 3s, do you think it would have flown? I mean, I do like the subtleness of the eyelet on the gray on the eyelet right there, especially up top here, and then just keeping that whole part white. I think it's clean. The gray ran, it just gives it like that nice contrast look. And then of course, like the red, it just pops off. Again, going back to the leather, I think you guys will be really pleased with the type of leather that is on the upper of this. It reminds me of like the old school days, you know what I mean? Like just as good as this, but like even better when you go back some years. But one other thing that I do like too with the 3 overall is that, you know, in particular with like the white cement, you know how the back portion of this color, it like stops right here. So this part would be black. But they continue it on with the Fire Red 3 and the True Blue 3s as well. And they also continue that along here. I always felt like this part right here, the 3s, needed to be, the color from the back part of the midsole needed to be extended towards the toe. I just think filling in that color right there just makes it more complete. One other addition that they decided to throw on the hang tag here is Tinker Hatfield's signature. And they matched that up with the red on the back tab. So I'm going to go ahead and compare this signature with you guys. Oh, and also it's on the back side of the tongue. I thought that was a dope idea. Just his personal touch. 2010, I was at Nike Santa Monica. They had just built the Nike store in Santa Monica. And shout out to Soul Collector. This was the date, October 23, 2010. And I was also part of the staff that day. I'll probably share like that story some other time. But this is the Comfort 11, and was fortunate enough to get these signed by the man himself. He was a surprise guest over at that event, and just awesome to see. I ended up getting like the Soul Collector book along with this, and there was actually extra pairs of this, and you can get signed. But I think I was like one of the last ones to get it signed because he had to go. His bodyguards were actually telling him that we needed to wrap it up, so I just had my friend who was actually at the end of the line just tossed in my pair, and I was actually get the signature. So it would have been really cool to shake like Tinker's hand, but I didn't get that opportunity. Maybe sometime soon. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's like this is a real life signature of Tinker Hatfield, and this is what we expect on the hang tag. And then this is the signature. Oop. This is the signature on the back side of the shoe. So I think Tinker's like sketches and his writing overall, I think it's dope. So I would love to see a book of his someday. Even if it's just like a coffee table piece, it would just be awesome to see. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Again, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you know, you can get a lot more stuff out of me there and through my social networks. Again, it's MJO23Dan. Enjoy this next shot, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.